Welcome back for another video. Due to the very short turnaround, it's a mid-game week upload as we look at the top players with predicted points in the first double game week of the season, game week 19, and over the next 5 game weeks. It's the final upload of 2022, so thanks for all the support over the year. I love making FPL content for you all, and I still read every comment. Hope you finish the year on a green arrow and looking forward to 2023. So it's a very small double game week with Fulham and Chelsea, the two teams playing twice in game week 19. Chelsea play Man City and Fulham play Leicester and Chelsea. As such, it's Kepa who tops the projections among goalkeepers with 7 predicted points. Most managers who have followed the content here will have him already. Only 4.6 mil, he's impressed under Potter so far. There's no reason to opt for Leno instead, who is only 0.1 mil cheaper and he has lower projections both this game week and over the next 5. If you do decide to make a goalkeeper transfer this week, it should only be Kepa really, unless you're already tripled up on Chelsea. That said, it's important not to always go all in on double game weeks, particularly ones which aren't the best fixture pair. Realistically, Chelsea aren't expected to keep a clean sheet against Man City, and you wouldn't be surprised if Fulham don't keep one in either game. This is a graphic from Mikel Tokvan, which is a projection of the number of fixtures teams will play. For example, 1.0 indicates 1 fixture, 2.0 indicates 2. 1.6 would equate to a 60% chance of 2 games. So there could be lots of little double game weeks to come in the next 8 game weeks before some bigger ones later in the season. I would advise against taking a -4 for the likes of Kepa or Leno this game week, and try and get into position of having 2 free transfers so that if we do get further double game weeks announced in the coming weeks, you can react the fastest. Next up, the defenders, and Cucurella tops the projections with 5.6 points and proven to be one of the more popular James replacements. He's had 1 price rise to 5.2 mil now. It should be noted that Chilwell has a tentative return of game week 19, so Cucurella is not a long-term option, though he should be safe for 2 starts. Azpilicueta is coming to some managers' thinking after the James injury. Not a long-term pick either, but he could get 2 starts needed of him in the double. Alexander-Arnold's finally picked up another attacking return, which came against Leicester, his 3rd of the season and 12 game weeks since his last one before that. Liverpool have generally looked more vulnerable this season, so it's in doubt if he'll live up to the price tag. In a post-match interview, he showed good self-awareness, remarking that he hadn't done himself any favours with his defending at times this season, clearly aware of some of his individual struggles this campaign, and there's no reason why he can't get back into top form again, one to monitor for now. Shaw's another popular James replacement. I'm not totally convinced by the pick now. 2 of their 3 good fixtures have passed, so it's Bournemouth and then it's Man City and then Arsenal. If you're able to bench him for those 2 games, he could still be an option, and there is an outside chance of a double game week 21 for Man United. Ben Crellin speculates a 55% chance. Shaw's scored over 100 points twice in 10 Premier League seasons, once in his last 8, which leaves a lot to be desired. Onto the midfielders, and Mount tops the projections with 7.5 points for his double game week. He was on the score sheet with a nicely taken goal outside the box against Bournemouth. However, Fulham are worse in the league for expected goals this season with 28.98 XGC. He'll be a popular captain pick. Sterling's second on the projections, but sets you back 2.1 mil more than Mount, so there's no reason to go there really, as that kind of money can make a much bigger difference elsewhere. A big decision this game week is whether to back a double game weeker for captaincy, or stick with a premium like Salah or Haaland. Salah's projected 6.9 points in game week 19, 0.6 less than Mount, which isn't significant. 2 goals and 5 assists for 4.6 mil Andres this season, incredible value and a perfect week to give him a start in. If you own Almiron, as many of us do, he's away to Arsenal, so it's the type of fixture you might get away with pensioning him in. Willian and Decordova-Reid make the projections, but both avoids, both a classic case of falling into the trap of double game weeks and then you're stuck with them. Man United host Bournemouth, which makes the likes of Rashford and Martial difficult sells, and both among the top projections. Moving on to the forwards, and decisions to be made by those who don't own Mitrovic. He does top the projections across all positions for game week 19, albeit only by 0.1 points more than Mount, so they're about as good as equal. Therefore, if you can only find room for one, look at which has the best impact in your team. For example, the difference between selling Rashford for Mount or Wilson for Mitrovic is night and day. Don't rip up your midfield if it looks good as it is, and vice versa for forwards. Havertz at 5.1% ownership could be a serious differential for the double game week. He's not completely nailed, perhaps a chance of Aubameyang getting a game, and realistically Mitrovic makes more sense if you're looking to bring in a striker. Haaland's projected 6 points for the Chelsea game in Game Week 19. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking is for captaincy this week. The most popular 4 will be Mount, Mitrovic, Salah and Haaland. Darwin and Martial are both projected 5.2 points and about equal for projections over the next 5. A tough call as far as whether to sell either for Mitrovic or just keep hold of them. Darwin underperformed his XG by a lot again in the Leicester game. He scored no goals from 2.81 XG since the World Cup. The underlying numbers are very good and it's a gut feel whether to keep or sell. There's every chance if he keeps putting up these numbers he'll haul in the coming game week. Martial's a headache as well, as it's Bournemouth at home, which is a very good fixture. No team's conceded more goals this season. Neto's been a big missing goal and Travers coming back in between the sticks. For now he's still flagged with a 25% chance of making the game. If he does miss out again, it could be the tipping point to keep hold of Rashford and Martial. Thanks again for all your support in 2022 to all the members and regular viewers. It's been a good year and I'm looking forward to 2023. See you soon for the next one.